suggests that everyone 6 months and older receive an annual flu shot. Don't wait until the flu strikes. Stop by Community Medical Clinic in Princeton, Hopkinsville, or Oak Grove for your flu shot today. Community Medical Clinic is committed to not only taking care of you when you're ill, but also keeping you and your family healthy and strong throughout the year. To learn more, call them today at 270-365-0227 to make an appointment. Walk-ins are also welcome.
We're back with Coffee Talk on WPKY. We are joined this morning by Carrie James. She's going to talk to us about some disaster relief efforts going on for the Midwest. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know this was a last minute thing for you as well. I had a bunch of last minutes today, but I appreciate you coming in. Let's talk about what you've got going on.
Okay. We've started the Livestock and Horse Midwest Flood Relief for Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota, and it's affecting Missouri as well. And I'm afraid it's going to affect a lot more states coming up. With the April falls and the thawing of the snows and the ice and so forth. But what we're doing is trying to get a truckload to go out this weekend of supplies and so forth for the farmers and ranchers in the Midwest that it's affecting. There's right now over 70 counties that it's affecting. However, on Saturday, a new levee or a new dam actually broke in South Dakota. And it's affecting the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, and they've got limited food and water supply. And I'm afraid that there's going to be more levee breaches and dam breaches as time goes on here. So it's going to be more of a mess than what it is currently. I mean, they're just starting to pick up the pieces. It's been a couple weeks now. They've received a lot of donations from other states as well. And as I was watching all this unfold, I thought, what can I do? And I started looking around and trying to maybe find a place or find someone to kind of piggyback on and, kind of help them out. But as I was looking around the Western Kentucky area, I didn't see anybody doing anything. So I just kind of threw everything together last week, decided, hey, I need to jump on this. I was looking around my farm, and, there's a lot of things there I can, donate, get rid of, send down there. And then I also had put something on Facebook about wanting to help them out. And I was actually elated of all the outpouring of generosity from friends and other, farmers and people of agriculture that I knew, just friends on Facebook. They're like, hey, what can I do to help? So this is all kind of coming together fast. Like I said, we're trying to get something put together this week to head out this weekend to them. Of course, sooner the better. I just want to give a few little statistics because there's a lot of people that do not know what's going on in Nebraska or the Midwestern states. A lot of people think it's just a flyover state. But in actuality, Nebraska is the #1 state in the U.S. for state percentage of ag land. 91% of Nebraska's land is farm or ranch. That's huge. And Nebraska is a big state. Nebraska is also the #2 state for beef production and ethanol, right behind Texas. So, this is going to hit us all hard. A few more little statistics I put together for everybody to understand the impact of this devastation, of this flooding. Nebraska is #3 in corn, and 50% of our wheat crops are exported from Nebraska. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. Nebraska is #4 in the U.S. for contributed ag exports to world markets. Nebraska's ag made the U.S. $7.2 billion in sales of goods on the global market last year, and $25 billion to the Nebraska economy. So what I'm saying here is this doesn't just affect the Midwest. It's going to affect all of us too. A lot of these farmers, the average age of the farmers and ranchers in Nebraska are 56 years old. So if you think about that, a lot of these guys aren't going to be able to recover. There's a lot of course, 80-year-olds and so forth. Of course, a lot of, this is just crippling to them. So,
well, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I wonder what kind of just a friend of mine, I wonder what kind of trickle down effect we're going to see.
A big one.
You know, when we get ready to go grocery shopping in the fall.
Correct.
You know, our beef prices are going to go up, or I don't know how long it'll take. I don't know how long it'll take to be in effect, but I wonder.
I think quite a bit. They're averaging or saying it's going to be at least 6 months. Their infrastructure is pretty much gone. I mean, there's bridges out, there's roads out. A lot of Nebraska being farmland, ranch land, they're gravel roads. I mean, this water is just, trash those. The levees are continuing to be, I was watching something yesterday about the levees, and I wrote it down. I can't find it. But they're saying that there are levee breaches all the way from Missouri Valley to St. Joe. So that's huge. And the Corps of Engineers can only do so much. I mean, they can only work so fast. There's only so many of them. So I have a feeling that, this just isn't the end of it. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as the effect it's going to have on all of us. And they're saying at least 6 months of cleanup. I mean, that's past planting season. I mean, usually, they're getting their fields ready for planting and so forth right now. So, and it's not just, the crops. I mean, it's the livestock as well.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I've seen them, just turning cattle out and to, drown, I guess, really is what they're doing. And
they have no choice.
Right.
Some friends of mine that live near the Hidden Timber Indian Reservation in South Dakota, they lost 500 hogs because the water rose 6 feet in a half hour. They didn't have time to prepare. You have a lot of people, going, well, why didn't they prepare? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? When a dam breaks or a levee breaks, I mean, that there's going to be flooding. They've been warning you about flooding. But when a dam or a levee breaks, you don't know when that's going to happen. I mean, it's almost like having an earthquake or a volcano. These things just happen. You don't have time to prepare for that.
Yeah.
So...
And that's not something you expect to happen anyway. I mean, that's for how many years you farm, you deal with a little bit of flooding, but never to this.
Right. No, we just, Kentucky just went through our big old flood here last couple weeks. And it did affect quite a few of our local farmers and so forth, there's a lot of their land is still underwater. But this is on a grander scale.
Right.
That's going to affect the economy.
Exactly. Carrie, let's get a number that we can call if we, want to help out, and we need some details from you on how we can, we can call you and get the details on, because I know there's a long list of things that you need and everything. So.
And I think we have the list on your page too.
Yeah.
I think they did.
I think Audrey shared that. Right. And of course you have a Facebook page.
Correct. It is, Livestock and Horse Midwest Flood Relief. And then if people also want to look, to maybe donate some other items to other areas in Nebraska, there's also the Nebraska Flood 2019 on Facebook.
Okay. What's the number we can call to get involved locally?
270-963-8351.
All right, Carrie, I sure do appreciate you coming in this morning, and we've got a truck going to Nebraska this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. So. And can I just say a couple drop-off points here?
Absolutely.
My farm on 293 North, Morning View Farms, also Rising Star Feeds on 70 is taking donations. Western Wild Horse Western Fredonia is taking donations in that area. We also had Ballard Tech that's helping out in Paducah.
Craig's County, yeah.
And Dr. Luna, who just left, said he would be more than welcome to take in donations at the vet hospital as well.
Okay.
So,
all right, excellent. Thank you so much for your time, Carrie.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. That's Carrie Janes. If you can help out with the disaster relief, they're going to the Midwest this weekend.
Thank you.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.